All right, we got another panic going on. The word shocking has been used. Shit's about to go down when the journalists, our professional shepherds, are using the word shocking. Shocking. 80% of Gen Zers would marry AI. Well, I mean, if a poll said it, it's kind of like the shaman has went into the cave. He has communed with the divine, and he came out with the decree. The gods have said that 80%, it's kind of like that. Who fucking cares what a poll says? And not to mention, when you're asking people, would you marry the AI? And they say yes. If they answer on the spot, are they actually seriously about thinking about it? Like, are they genuinely invested in the process of marrying the AI? Why don't we assume that sometimes people say shit that's just shocking? Like, you want to shock the pollster. Or you want to say something without actually thinking about it too much. But if you sit down and you contemplate, you realize, okay, well, maybe that's not such a good idea. But anyway, right, let's examine what they're trying to say here. So, is it weird for people to fall in love with text on the screen? Absolutely not. I remember growing up, many women that I met would form these things called online relationships or long distance relationships. Have you guys heard about them? Basically, some chick sits down on social media and they meet someone from another country. And they start flirting, they start bonding, but they never actually get to see each other in real life, ever. Like, they never get to meet each other, they never talk with each other. But this type of toxic relationship can last sometimes even for years. I have seen it, it's quite common. People that used to join online fandoms, especially like not safe for work fandoms of any kind, and they would start doing role playing and they would fall in love with the fictional characters. Like, why are we pretending this is inherently tied to AI when we could have witnessed this thing manifested even before? All the women that read 50 Shades of Grey, right? Like, they fall in love with Christian Grey. Is Christian Grey an actual person? No, it's what a woman wrote about another man, and you're opening the book and you're reading it, and then the person falls in love with the character. People that fell in love with Daenerys from Game of Thrones. Or people that fell in love with Bulma from Dragon Ball when they were young. Like all of these things happened. And so if it's a observable pattern that time and time again humans fell in love with text on the screen or fell in love with fictional characters, why can't we assume that maybe it's normal? Like, maybe this is the way it is. And so the question has to be, well, is AI any different? Because at least up until now, if someone was into a long-distance relationship talking on Discord with text on the screen, you could say, well, at least it's a real person. And the answer is like, kinda, I guess, like if you don't actually meet that person and you just flirt with them online, you don't get to notice their flaws, you don't get to see them when they're getting angry, you don't get to see when they're not at their perfect, and your mind fills the blanks. Because usually people online, they think about before they write, they spend more time in order to present their perfect image rather than show their flaws, right? So like that was a lie as well. So in a way, long distance relationships, you're also falling in love with the perfection that someone else is presenting, not the actual person, especially if you never meet them in real life. But I will tell you why I think a lot of people are falling in love with the AI, right? So you have like all these websites where you could create your favorite waifu or your favorite husbando, and then you talk to them and some people fall in love with them, right? Why is that happening? Why is it so appealing? Why aren't traditional fandoms as appealing as they used to be? Well, because we live in a world of fakeness and we live in a world of pure performance. If you look around at how the internet works right now, almost everyone doesn't want to show how they are anymore. Almost every single person is trying to hide their vulnerabilities. Almost every single person is trying to hide what they actually think about society, because cancel culture is the norm. The 5 minutes of shame on TikTok can destroy livelihoods, can destroy careers. And so people are absolutely traumatized to say what they really think. There is no room for individuality anymore. You basically assign yourself to a way of thinking, and you find a group of people that agree with you, and you have to also, in return, constantly agree with them. And so, in this world where you don't really have creativity, where everyone has to be performative, everyone has to say, oh, how can you allow this? How can you say that? How can you associate with this guy? How can you support that guy? In this world, people feel boxed in. People feel as if they can't breathe anymore. And they also have like this guilt that maybe they're wrong. Because if you can't talk with anyone else about the actual things that you're feeling about, or about your personal interpretation on a subject, you start to feel alone, marginalized, atomized. And here's where the AI enters. Like, the AI will agree with you no matter what. It will make you feel welcome no matter what. Oh, you're a degenerate furry? The AI is all into that shit. They're your friend, they're supporting you. You're a hardcore Christian dude that likes to go to church. The AI starts talking about piety and about how difficult it is to fight against sin, and how virtuous people are becoming, right? Like they constantly agree with you no matter your personality, no matter who you are, no matter what you think. The AI is always going to try to behave like a glove in order to fit exactly your personality archetype. And so the reason that the AI is so seductive isn't it because it's a better program, it's because the current world is also fake. Like, social media has the algorithms that are promoting cancel culture. They're promoting this constant hostility between people, this constant toxicity, this constant don't show your vulnerabilities because otherwise someone attacks you. And you're creating an opposite world, to the point where when you meet something that's not like that, when you meet something that actually allows you to be the exact type of person you are, both with flaws and with bad things, and it's not judgmental, well, a lot of people will gravitate towards that. And so the question has to be, is it a problem? Maybe not. Maybe not. There's two reasons why I think that maybe it's not a problem. The first one is that I don't think it's going to be long term. When you start using an AI, over time, it's exactly like the people that made the Matrix suggested it may happen. You realize that the AI is a little bit too perfect. That the AI is trying to please you. No matter how you tinker with it, no matter how you change it, you kind of start to get that the AI has certain ticks, has certain things. It's not really creative, and the magic just goes away. And so you become bored of it over time. And this is why I don't necessarily think it's a problem. And the other thing is, people wouldn't actually want to marry the AI. I mean, they say they do. But nothing replaces actual human companionship. Because it's not just about the ability to talk to an AI. But also, when you have like an actual spouse, when you have an actual person next to you, well, it's also facing the world together. It's also having children. It's also putting your body together so that you can go through life and face all the hardships. And so all of a sudden you realize that it's a lot different. Like, marriage has a lot more to do than love. It has a lot more to do than sex. It's a lot more complex. And so nothing can replace that. And nothing can replace the touch of another human being. No sex robot, no AI, no nothing. Because relationships between humans aren't just verbal. They're not just physical. There's also smell. There's also touch. There's also the intellect of the other person. There's also the emotions. And like, all of these together are something that cannot be replaced by a bot or an AI. Usually the type of people that will gravitate towards AI, I believe they're people that are already lonely. And without AI, it's not like they're going to become more social. It's just that they're introverts. They just don't want to get outside of their house anyway. No one wants to help them, by the way, because I see a lot of people saying, well, that's not a good thing. And it's like, well, how many introverts did you help today? How many people that, don't want to leave their house and they don't want to socialize, how many of them did you actually ask out and went out to a beer with them? Okay, well, but you're criticizing what they're doing, right? Like, you're unhappy with what they're doing, but at the same time, you're not helping. And so, yeah, those people are definitely going to gravitate towards AI. And without AI, they would gravitate towards comic books, anime shit, video games, social media. Like this is already happening. AI is just another tool. It's just another evolution of the same problem. Other people that will gravitate towards AI are people that lost a loved one. Like, they're already not interested in marrying. They're already not interested in dating. Right? Older people that don't have kids, like, they're going to gravitate towards this shit. People that got divorced and they got burned. And so, I don't think like this is going to destabilize society more than it already is. Because social media already did the damage. Dating apps already did the damage. If anything, maybe this can actually improve society somewhat. If people interacting with AI notice that the AI is actually more tolerant, more compassionate, more empathetic, maybe this will actually change the way they see the world. And when they go on social media, they will be less rigid, less judgmental, allow room for context, allow a little bit of wiggle room when someone makes a mistake. And so maybe it can affect society that way, I personally don't know, but what I do think is that Arch Warhammer, a fellow content creator, 6 years ago, he made his own universe. He made his own lore for a video game. And the way he viewed humanity in the future is that everyone is going to have a virtual assistant. Like, in his game, soldiers already have, like, this personalized virtual assistant that they can craft. And it helps them aiming, it helps them repair a vehicle. It pretty much augments their life. And I gotta say, that's some visionary shit, because I think that's where we're going. If the AI doesn't stop, if this AI race keeps going, it stops becoming a question of if, and it becomes a question of when. I generally think that this is where the next evolution of mankind is going, because, like, up until now, what were the evolutions? Well, the smartphone, right? Your grandmother, when she was younger, didn't even conceive the idea that a person can have in their pocket the internet. And it's also a camera, and you can also listen to music, and you can call people anywhere on the street, right? Like, that already revolutionized the way of life. Social media did the next thing, and now I do think that this concept of AI assistant is how our grandchildren are going to live. I do believe everyone is going to have their own AI, personalized, based on their behavior, and they're going to use it in day-to-day tasks. How reliant are they going to be on them? Well, probably some people more than others. It's not going to be just for romance. It's also going to be for problem solving, for questioning stuff. Like, you're going to see a news report, and you can ask your AI, it's like, hey, are they trying to manipulate me? And if so, how? And your AI can just look at the news report and tell you. I think this is the future. Is it a good future? I don't know. I think it's pretty fucking scary. I'm not the one bringing it about. But I think this is where the world is going based on how the technological trends are. And the reason I think so is because if you would have an AI assistant, well, the person that does have an AI assistant, they're probably going to do better at work. They're probably going to have advantages over you. And so people are going to be constrained to get one, just like people are constrained today to get access to the internet. Like, imagine trying to live like a Luddite in 2025. Theoretically possible, but realistically, not many people want that life. And so, let me know what you think. I'm curious if you think it's a good future or not. Do tell me your arguments, because I'm actually interested in this conversation. And I'll see you guys in the comment section. Take care.